How long have you been rapping for?
Forever. Like, I don't think there's ever been a point in my life where I haven't been writing. Mm-hmm. But I was like a closet rapper because I wouldn't tell anyone about it. I'd just go home, write bars. I didn't really understand that I was writing bars. I was just doing it. Like.
So who was it that got the first performance then?
The first performance, so the first time...
Not necessarily like performance, but like when you came out of the closet.
Okay, so I started at Northbrook and I made friends with a guy there called Simon, and he was a beat maker and he was playing some pretty dope beats, so I was like, cool. Started rapping over one of them, just like, kind of just to myself, and he was like, stop what you're doing right now, just stop. He turned everything off. I was like, what? He's like, stay there, don't leave. He come back about 5 minutes later with about 30 guys, and I was like, I was shook, and he was like, do it again.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, okay. So I did it again, and then this group of people, we all just kind of became a family, and every day we would rehearse, and then eventually found Slip Jam, and started doing gigs and stuff, and it just kind of all unravelled from there, really.
So what goes down at Slip Jam events, people that don't know?
What used to go down at Slip Jam, because it doesn't run anymore. But it was, to be honest,
it was in battles.
I was underage and I shouldn't have been there at the time.
Dearie.
But that's what makes it fun, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You got to break a few rules.
Of course.
But it was more just literally an open mic, like a bunch of rappers on stage, huge crowd for what it was at the time, and people would just come up, bit of competition, do you know what I mean? And it's kind of like survival of the fittest, best one stays on sort of thing. So yeah, man, it was fun.
Amazing. And what's it been like being a female doing rap?
Being a female rapping,
coming through in a heavily male-dominated scene.
I don't know, like...
Do people judge your music differently, do you think?
I think maybe they do, yeah. Like, that is a question that comes up a lot, so I guess so. But I tend not to think about that too much. Obviously, it's an advantage, but I don't use it to my advantage, if that makes sense.
You see it as an advantage then? Because there's less of you.
I just think it is an advantage, like whether I like it or not. And I've started to accept that. When I first started rapping, I was very much like, you know, all the guys, like, they're my family, do you know what I mean? So I don't see it like I need to be better than the guys or anything like that. If anything, I want to be just as good. And I can talk about all the things they're talking about because I've been through it too, do you know what I mean? I'm a gay female and I've experienced a lot of things that a straight male would have experienced with women and other things. So I feel like I felt like I had to prove a point that I can do what men can do. But it wasn't so much like because I'm a woman I have to do it better. It was more just like, well, I just want to fit in like the rest of you. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
So yeah, being a female is something I don't really think about in terms of music that often.
Good.
But it does have its advantages.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's good that you see it as an advantage. And I think a lot of the times that you get, like, I hear female rappers, they get annoyed with the being said, oh, you're a great female rapper. But it's like, well, why can't I just be a great rapper?
Yeah.
That's like a lot of the things is like you get kind of categorised and put into this like female box.
Yeah.
Which I can imagine is annoying, but if you don't see that, then that's...
Yeah. I mean, I see it, but I just tend to
You're just like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't mean nothing to me.
I'm still better than you. Cool. So, obviously, we've entered the new year. What was a highlight for you 2018, and what is top of your vision board for 2019?
Oh, that's so hard. That's a really hard one.
Well, you can think of a highlight.
I feel like I had a lot of highs and lows through 2018, and it's almost like one big crammed blur. But we had a lot of really good gig opportunities, met a lot of interesting people, learnt a lot. But I do think that last year, you know, mental health was a massive hindrance to, you know, my creative abilities. So, yeah, it wasn't the most productive year of mine, but this year I'm feeling good.
Are you feeling kind of, you've got a new, kind of, you're just feeling a bit more spurred on and like...
Yeah, like, I don't think I've ever felt this good in January before. Like, I just feel positive. I feel like I've got a bit more focus. I know what I want to do. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually excited.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
And what do you think, like, for other people that are maybe creatives who are struggling with their mental health, what advice would you give them? Like, has there been something that particularly helped you in the darker times?
I mean, definitely talking to people. I mean, obviously you realise who your friends are through dark times like that, but a lot of people were there for me, and yeah, talking is probably the biggest thing, and also be patient with yourself, because time heals all, you know what I mean, and it's not going to happen overnight.
Totally.
And I'm still going through the process myself. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, it's a work in progress for everyone. I think.
I didn't just wake up in 2019 like woo. Do you know what I mean? It's a process, and we've got to go through it. Of course,
and there'll be challenges and trials and tribulations along the way.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think surrounding yourself with people that you can talk to and that you know are going to maybe give you good advice.
Yeah.
Because often we can go to people for advice, and it's like, don't really know if I should be asking you for advice.
Yeah.
Having trusted people around you, I think, is a really important one.
Yeah, exactly.
Sick. All right. So music-wise,
yeah,
what's cooking? What's been happening?
I'm working behind the scenes. I can't say too much right now.
Oh, one of those.
I can't.
You're one of those.
I want to, but I can't.
Yeah.
But there's some real exciting stuff coming.
Collaborations.
Yeah, collaborations, projects.
Do a lot. You're on a lot of like my favourite local Brighton collaboration stuff. Loads of the stuff that Normanton Street have done. Obviously the tune with Hatter that we just played then.
Yeah.
Who do you love working with in Brighton?
Who do I love working with? Everyone. Like Brighton is, it's like being a kid in a candy shop. Like it's just so musically eclectic, and everyone's just willing. Like I could find a heavy metal band and I know they'd be down for doing something, even if it didn't sound great. We'd try and make it work. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter where you go in Brighton. There's creatives everywhere, and everyone wants to have a go at it. So I think that's exciting, man. So I couldn't say one person in particular that I like working with, because I love working with.
Who's
everyone.
winning out of a clash out of you and Bobby Johnson?
Bobby every day, man.
Really?
All day.
Oh my god, you're just bowing down like that.
Nah, man. But listen, there's no comparison. To be honest, this question comes up a lot as well.
Does it?
Me and Bobby are very different lyricists, and we love
still,
like you know.
clash.
Yeah, we appreciate each other's work a lot,
Good.
but yeah, we're very different. Bobby's more on her like double time stuff, and I'm more like boom bappy. So it's like a good contrast. You know what I mean?
Amazing. You're gonna be working with Bobby next year? This year? Next year?
Well,
This
I'd
year.
be telling Ellie. I can't tell you that.
Come on. Okay, that's a yes.